Welcome. I'm going to try and finish this painting, add some more stuff to it. I like it, but it's kind of empty up here. I'm thinking about putting trees up here around the top to get something in the foreground, and maybe some evergreen trees maybe in front of this cliff here. I don't know. We'll see. And then highlight these bushes, re-highlight the trees a bit. Make it a little more exciting, I think. We'll see if that can happen. I want to make some dark sap green here. I usually like to make my trees dark, and then I'll highlight them after I get the trees in. That's one way I can do it. There's different ways, of course. Like here, I want to line some trees on this hill back here. So maybe what I'll do, we'll just put the indication of color in there first. Behind the building. Maybe we'll bring them all the way down here. I just want to fill it in. Fill it in with more stuff. There we go. Tall evergreen trees. I like that. And we'll put one kind of in front of this tree here. And then I want to fill in the sides here. I kind of want to have one on top here. Like trees that are hanging down from the point of view, like if you're standing back here, you'd have trees hanging down above you. So, because this is all empty up here, and we should have some trees coming down. Dark. I put it in dark first, and then I'll highlight it. But I'm using a fan brush to get some cool looking leaves. Kind of make them look like leaves coming up there. I don't like to do too much detail work. I like to put the idea up there and then let the viewer's eye fill in all the rest. I wouldn't call it impressionism, but it's pretty close to being realistic maybe, but not quite. But you can see I just kind of threw that color up there, and those look like trees hanging over the top. Very nice. What it did, it kind of covered the upper part of the sky. It was kind of open and barren, so it didn't look really, I didn't think it looked very, having all that open sky up there. I did this the other day. I didn't finish it. I had blended everything in. The sky, I blended the mountain, I blended these rocks in, the grass I blended in, and the water. So everything underneath is lightly blended in. So I'm going to put snow on the mountains now with the knife. The snow should look pretty good because it's not going to soak into the paint since this is day 2 of the painting. Everything is dry underneath, so it's almost like starting another painting on top of a painting. That's what it feels like. I don't like trees down here, so I'm going to kind of reshape them. And I'll probably re-highlight them all. So I want to make these trees a little bigger because they don't look good. They're kind of small, and I want them to fill in quite a bit down here. And maybe I'll highlight better with more layers of leaves. Doesn't that look better already, just being a little bigger? And I'll make this up. I want to re-highlight this one as well because I don't like that color. It's like a puke yellow or something. So basically, just adding the dark color back on again, and I will hit it with a color for the highlights. And I think I'll leave that one small down there. I think it needs another tree over here, though. It needs another tree. Maybe all this needs to be trees in here. Maybe not so big. I don't want to cover my nice cliffs. I worked a long time on those cliffs, getting all these edges. We'll put a small tree down here. And maybe a bigger bush over here. There, I got a lot of highlighting to do now. I don't like the house, so we're going to make this a tree here. Another small tree next to that big one. There we go. Cover the building. The house didn't look right. Very cool. Day number 2. Let's put some green grass underneath all these trees. Some nice bright green grass. That's a nice green there. That was, all that was sap green with a little white in it instead of yellow. Sap green with white. Titanium white. You get a little different flavor rather than putting yellow in it. I'm always messing around with green. Green, you can get so many different values of green by mixing different colors with it. You can mix yellow ochre with your sap green. You'll get like more of a earthy tone. You can mix yellow to brighten it up. White, you'll get this kind of, almost looks like fluorescent, or what do they call that? I'll add some shadows here in a little bit, but that looks really good. That green really made it pop down there. All right, so already I kind of like the scene a lot better. And now I'm going to work on the mountains. Hey, there you go. Juan Roque is in the house. Thank you. Are you an artist, Juan? Maybe I can check out your stuff. Ruben, yeah, this is part 2. I did this yesterday. Just blue, the mountain and the cliffs, and then 3 trees. I kind of didn't like the arrangement, so now I added all this, everything in here pretty much. It's all brand new. Yeah, I'm going to Lisa's here in a little bit, Ruben. We're going to be playing live at 3 o'clock our time. We'll just put a bunch of dark grass out here with this fan brush. And I'll highlight these with some green. Some green bushes down there with a little white in on top to brighten it up a bit. Too much white. Maybe it's like flowers. Here we go. Some kind of bushes down there. That looks good. And I'll use the same color, maybe with a little yellow ochre. A little yellow right in here. Tall grass here. There we go. All right. Bushes down in the corner there. Look at those trees. Man, those trees came out great. That is amazing. I want to highlight some of this tree right now just to show you where it's at. This tree is hanging down like this. Put a little bit of highlight. I don't know what color I'm going to make it. But this is how I get the idea where to put the highlights. That's just a light green. I kind of like that. It already looks good. Ruben, you know I used to have a hard time with those trees, but look at the depth on here already. Wow. It's already got some depth. That was really nice. That was just a little white and sap green to make it lighter. So I'm gonna, what I'll do, I'll make these a little brighter green, like green. I mean, like, because these are closer to this. Let's just do a few right off the bat here and see what it's gonna look like. There's the green I wanted. More of a, like a green. Not yellowish, more greenish. Look at that. I want to get away from this stamping and push it on more. Yeah, because then you can fill in more color. That looks good. This is really nice. It's too realistic, but it's good practice. It's really good practice. That tree on the left, I was just testing it, and it already is pretty good. We'll make this tree down here. I'm going to make it like a reddish color. I don't have any red out. Here we go. I have magenta. Will that work? Alizarin crimson. Here we go. I think that'll be perfect for this tree down here. I put a little black a little black in it to, I'm going to darken it up first. Oh yeah, that's a nice red. Now I'll put some lighter highlights on it with the pink. Beautiful. I think the ladies will like that. I really like that color. I'm going to put some flowers down here. We'll start with some dark red. Kind of dark. These are going to be evergreen trees back here. Much better. I'm going to use this light green for this tree here. There's going to be a lot of different clumps in here. I'm getting at highlighting those trees. It's pretty warm today here in Seattle. We're supposed to get up to, I think, 81 today. That is hot. That's hot for me and Lisa. What I'm gonna do is try and make this like three trees over here. Three different trees. Let's see if I could turn that to orange. Yeah, that's why I started. You see how I started leaving more dark gaps in there. I think I used to cover them up too much, but I'm trying to leave more dark gaps in there. I know what you mean. And yeah, after I'm done, I'll work on some shadows. Maybe they should have a shadow down here. Well, I was doing this one yesterday. I actually got kind of burnt out on it because I didn't know what else to do. I had three trees, the mountain, the sky, and the green grass down here. I covered the water. There was a stream back here. I covered it up. I guess I should have redid that tree as well. shadow areas. That looks good. That looks really good. This should have a shadow in here. Well, I guess I'm going to do the mountain, but I guess I'll use a brush. Since it's day 2, I mean, it's not going to blend in, so I'm thinking maybe putting the snow on both sides, because we could have the light hitting like straight at it, like maybe the sun's in the middle here. I'll just start with a little bit, see what it looks like. Not bad. This will all be flat ground down here. Pretty cool. I just did that mountain in like 2 minutes. What time is it? Uh, I got an hour. Then I got to head over to Lisa's. We might end up playing outside today. If we play outside, the video tends to like wave a little bit. This is really cool, guys. I think we're gonna make it make a pathway in here. coming from over here. Nice. I'm going to make some of that nice green grass again here. Start over. I may end up putting more bushes in here. I really want the grass to like pop. Although I sold a few paintings the other day. I didn't do very well there, but there's this other place I want to hit pretty soon in Ballard. And it's more of an art show. It's every other Saturday. They have it year round from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Purple, yeah. Purple is an old pink. I hear you. You're not going to believe it. Yeah, all the ones that had purple in the paintings, Saturday, that's the one people like for some reason. I did sell a few of the ones where I just had green grass down here and I had one big tree like blowing in the wind with the shadow of the tree and the grass and a simple sky. It was just blue. Two of those I sold. I sold three of those little small ones I was doing. These little 5x7s. I sold three of these. But I'm anxious to try the other art market in Ballard. I'm anxious to try that because it's more of an art thing. People are going to go there. They're expecting to see artwork. So, and everybody liked my artwork Saturday, but nobody was like busting out the Venmo or the money. So. I mean, I'd even give them a deal. Like if I had $45 on the painting, I would tell them, oh, you could have it for 35, and they still wouldn't do it. I'm like, it's like everybody was tight on their wallet. I think I'll do a lot better at the Ballard one. I just got to get my foot in the door over there and like bite the bullet and try it, because it's, it'd be a long evening. You probably got to get there at 5 to set up, and then by the time you're done, it's going to be, it goes from 6 to 9. You're not going to get home till like 10:30, 11 o'clock. So but if I sell a lot of paintings, make some contacts out there, it'll be worth it, Now those look like cool trees hanging over the top there. That's pretty amazing. That's probably the best I've ever done with trees in the foreground like that. This is day 2, so I am painting on a dry picture underneath. Let me put a few shadows in the grass, and I think that's going to get, I got to head over to Lisa's. I can kind of see a few places here where I want shadows. And I want to put some light color on the trail. These landscapes are really fun. Really fun to do. If I was going to finish this off, I'd put some flowers around the trail, or bushes all the way on either side of the trail. So maybe I'll put the dark in right now, and then I'll highlight them later. Da 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 da. Very cool. See if I can make some kind of branches back here. Alright guys, I guess there's going to be a part 3. I still got to do the clouds, finish this mountain, finish these bushes, finish. Part 2 came out pretty good so far. I'll probably finish it this evening after band. See you guys in a little bit. Come on over to the Rick and Lisa Experience. You can watch me play guitar. We're going to start at 3 o'clock. The Rick and Lisa Experience.